All right, folks, it's so dead this afternoon. It's 22 minutes still left in the trading session, and I'm going to go ahead and make my watch list video because it's that dead. I was able to look at charts and put together a list that we're going to watch tomorrow. Let me put this up there. I know we got new faces in the room. Please pause the video and read that if you're a new face. And I'm going to put this up. CRVO, I've had on Bounce Watch for a couple days. This is a great example of what we look for. It kind of had, I don't want to say cup and handle, but you had a narrow range, relatively speaking. Today, this was the opening candle right here. A narrow range, and it is recent high flyer. It absolutely ripped. I'll show you the daily in a second, right? And then it's pulled back for a few days. So this is what we want. Kind of a narrow range and then a break of that range. I gave the idea in chat, basically a high of day break right there. You get a pop, little flag, and then it really went off to the races. But I love that setup. And let's look at the daily real quick, and I'm going to just go into the watch list for tomorrow. CRVO. Ignore today's candle so you can kind of get a feel for what it looked like. You had this crazy move from whatever, $2 to 17, 3 days in a row on much lower volume, right into the 20-day. And so then we fast forward to today, and you got that intraday move that we looked for. And a pretty clean setup as well. All right, let me go into what we're watching for tomorrow. WOOF, big volume there. Looks like it's probably going to close well off its highs, but I want to watch that one. LAZR had a big pop, some deal with Caterpillar today. Big volume. We'll see. I don't know. I don't love it because it's closing off its highs. And you had this kind of little breakout here. See the volume the other day? It just fell apart after that. So you do have some people trapped in that thing, right? That makes me like it less. HMR, kind of a sleeper pick. Had a pop here, secondary pop. Sideways ever since. I thought we might have had something today, kind of breaking over this range, but didn't have a headline, so it didn't really get much volume. I did not trade it, but it was starting to get interesting to me. NKTX, big volume. We're going to watch that for a follow-through day tomorrow. MLGO, I gave a couple twos buy zones on this one today. The first one I pulled my bid on, but I did not pull my bid on the second one. I got to add extended hours to show it to you. All right, so 2-minute candles. The first one, the twos buy zone is between the 8 and the 20, and VWAP was in there too, right? Came there, also kind of did that double bottom in the twos buy zone and absolutely ripped. I called twos buy zone again, and I got filled there at 16, I want to say 77. We got a huge move there, but the first one was the real one, right? Was the real good grab if you got that. Anyway, this one's also going on watch for tomorrow just because it's a crazy trader and makes big moves. All right, ALMS. Don't love this one. Gap up, sold off. Then you had almost a bullish engulfing day before it gave some of it back tomorrow afternoon. And then it's quiet inside day today. But with that recent volume, you could argue it is an in-play stock, and that's what we look for. PSTV. I don't love that. I thought it was going to close stronger. I may pull that off the list, but I'll keep it on a chart. It doesn't cost me anything. CRVO, already talked about this one. We had that big bounce today. I wish it was closing stronger, but I do want to, after that kind of move on an intraday basis, I do want to watch it again tomorrow. Rivian, RIVN, had a pretty strong day today on good volume, so that one could continue. DATS. Tried to rip a few days ago, a couple days lower on declining volume, maybe even a little bit of a bottoming tail today. Goes on bounce watch for tomorrow. GameStop just decimated, but it's fallen from whatever this, almost $30 down to, what was the low here? I don't know, 21-ish in 2 sessions. I think that could give a good snapback bounce tomorrow. And then only with the proper setup, you guys know that. And then OUST had earnings here, and now we're down a few days in a row into the buy zone between the 8 and the 20. Could be a bounce play tomorrow. All right, that's it. I will see you guys in pre-market, and we'll build a gapper list as well.